Uh, hey guys, today we are going to talk something different. Like today, that we are going to talk about like how do you save money on your food items. Like you are buying a lot of food, but you're wasting a lot of food, and you're basically you don't like you might be thinking like dollar, $2, that's fine, but if you take everything into account, like in a whole year, right, you're probably wasting around one third of your food costs. Say, let's say 200 $300 your food cost a month. It's almost like $4,000 in a year you're spending on food, right?
Right.
You're probably wasting like $1,000+ on food alone, right? That's what we're going to talk about today, just to make sure that you don't waste. Like there are multiple ways, strategies that you can use, that you can implement in your household to save more money on your food. Uh,
And just to add something real quick, Venkat, you mentioned that it's going to be a little different than the other days, but different, but at the same time similar, because we talk not just about investing, we talk about saving, making, and investing, all those three things. So this topic
exactly.
is on saving.
Exactly right. Yeah, this actually applies to the channel because we're saving money on you. Like $1,000 a year is a big thing for some families, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big money. It's going to add up eventually, and you can put that in the savings, and it doubles, triples in a few years. That's going
Yeah,
to.
because whatever you save, you can use it for your investment. So it's related.
Yeah, exactly. Right, right. Yeah, let's jump in and believe it or not, like you had to buy like extra freezer. Like you probably seen it, like in the grocery stores selling for sale, and several times, right? You go to the grocery store every week, every other week. You probably buy in bulk, but you waste a lot of stuff because you don't have an extra freezer, right?
Right.
I'm talking about an extra freezer, that chest freezer that you can put it in your garage
Yeah.
or like in a storage, other than your regular refrigerator, right? That's a smaller freezer. And this actually saves, like I know people, I have two or three of those in their garage,
Yep.
and they put everything.
Including me.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. They actually chop all the vegetables like it's something on sale, right? They just bring it, and they have a freezer bags and put it everything in a different freezer bags. Just stack them up. They nicely organized, in the freezer. You can easily take one by one and just cook in the future.
Right.
Um, that's a one great thing that you will be saving on tons of money.
Right. And also when we you and I talked about this point, like sometimes don't actually fall into the trap of some of these sellers, right? They cut vegetables and something, there's something like that you and I talked about, right? They
Right,
cut
yeah,
vegetables
yeah.
and double the price.
Don't buy the vegetables like in the store. They cut vegetables and they double the price. And sometimes what happens, like as soon as they cut the vegetable, there are two things going on. As soon as they cut the vegetables, the vitamins and everything is kind of
Yeah.
disintegrate, right?
Right. Right.
It has to be intact, all the cells and everything. That's one thing. And another thing is the double the price, sometimes triple the price, and
Right.
it become brownish, it oxidate in the air, right? All those things. So buy the one that is, it only takes 30 seconds to cut it for you, right?
Right.
So buy it
Exactly.
the fresh one and cut it yourself, put it in a Ziploc bag, in a different quantity, right? Like let's say you're going to take one Ziploc bag and just use it for in the future, like one day worth of cooking or 2 days worth of cooking.
And before I forget this point, I want to add this thing that happened to me too personally. Like when you go to grocery stores, they are so nicely stacked, and you see things like, oh yeah, it really, you buy it just because it looks good. You I mean, I'm guilty as charged. I'm one of them. And without even realizing that they expire real quickly, right? So make sure you buy something. We all have temptations. When you go to grocery store, they're so beautiful. And you just because they look good, you tend to buy. Sometimes it happens.
And don't go to grocery stores when you're hungry. So
All right, that's
you're going
another.
to buy lots of unwanted junk stuff.
Exactly. And what happens is, there's some of those items are easily, they expire easily. And in no time, you will realize it actually happened to me. That's why I wanted to share this with you, especially like yogurts and, yogurt drinks, um, stuff like that. Make sure, sometimes your temptations cloud your judgment. So don't fall into that trap. If you like it, just buy the right amount and make sure you you check the expiry date, because you'll be wasting a whole lot of money. I'm telling you through my experience, I'm not doing it anymore. I just wanted to share it before I forget about
Right. Yeah. Actually, there is a solution for that, right? You buy only one or two items, right? If there are like, you're planning to buy like 10 of them and you were thinking, oh, maybe it's on sale. Like, let me get 10 of them, right?
it. Right.
Don't buy, even though it's on sale, just buy only that thing that you can able to use it, right?
Right.
That way, maybe just like think about if you're buying fruits. The another point is if you're buying fruits, don't buy like 5, 10 different fruits at the same time.
Yeah. That's a good
Just
point.
buy two or three maximum, right?
Yep.
You're not going to eat it for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Unless you put you make juices, like I do, like you and I talked about this. I do like morning juice, right? Sometimes you put like three or four fruit items, like blueberry, strawberry, banana, avocado. Unless you do something like that, but still you know what quantity you need, right?
right, right.
5 days or 10 days, you buy bulk, but understand your limits, understand what your real need is, and go for it. But that opened up another good point, purchasing bulk and saving money, right, Venkat?
Right, yeah, definitely. Like if you have a wholesale stores like Costco, Sam's Club, or BJ's nearby, and buy it from them, right? It's normally
Yep.
it's a bulk, but you can cut them up like a mixed vegetable, right? Mixed vegetable freezer bag. It's really
Right.
good. It's
Really good.
convenient. It's already in the freezer,
Yeah.
frozen section. Just buy them and take little by little, and make a stew out of it, some kind of a soup out of it, and it's really convenient and also cheaper that way.
I 100% agree with you. One thing is it's cheaper because you don't have to buy like frequently, because wholesale you can buy it once a month, that'll be enough. And the other thing is the convenience. Sometimes we grew up eating rice, like there were numerous times that my wife and I had nothing to eat, and what we did was you grab that frozen vegetables and mix it with something and just mix it with rice, and or you can put that in the rice, and whatever the way you
I
want.
usually do it with the noodles. Like if you have noodles, just
Another one.
put them in the frying
Yeah.
pan, and then put some those mixed vegetables, noodle soup with the mixed vegetables. Like you
And
eat it
it's
rice.
not only it's saving money, it's saving your time as well, because imagine if you want to, like, especially if you're South Asian or origin, or if you have that dish and you want to eat rice with like three or four, sometimes four, even five. I've seen people do that. But this is like one item, it has everything, boom. Saves money, saves time cooking, and it's convenient. It is.
Right, right. And another thing is like if you're Aldi nearby, so Aldi is a store in US mainly. I don't know it's in Canada or not, but it's so it actually has the cheaper vegetables, cheaper food compared to it's the same branded item sometimes. It's not a different lower brand or something, but it's a good brand, good one, and but they have the price almost like a one two-third of other nearby stores, right? So just buy it from Aldi. We save probably around $50 to $100 a month just buying from
Yeah.
Aldi. So
and
that's
and I,
that
and
adds up.
I yeah, and I experienced that because when you introduced that location last year to me, I saved a whole lot of money because I was planning on going to Sri Lanka, so I had to buy a lot of stuff. And me and my wife both saved a lot of money, because we were able to buy a lot of items for very cheap price but for good quality.
Right. And there are apps for that. Like if you go to like a Food Lion, Harris Teeter, and Publix, Kroger, and Aldi, any other nearby your local grocery stores, they always have ads sent to your
Hmm.
home, right?
In the mail.
So what happens is like every grocery store have a sale going on, like we said before, for different vegetables. The onion could be like off the price. Tomatoes could be off the price.
Yep.
Just like we said, just buy them when it's on sale, chop them up, put it in a freezer bag, and stack them up in the freezer, deep freezer in the garage, right? And nicely label them and neatly organize them, right? So you have everything is planned out.
Going back to that freezing thing, Venkat, I was not a huge fan of that when I started off. Like, I actually called my wife Mrs. Freezer, because she's big time on that. And I realized later on, I realized how much it saves. like in terms of saving food, saving money, saving time, for everything. And we even ended up buying a freezer too.
All right,
So
great.
because I realized that it's a great tool. It's a great way to save a lot of things like money in terms of time and everything. So it's a great way. And yeah,
Right, right, definitely. And also it doesn't adds up like if you buy the frozen items, sometimes frozen food, right? The ready-made food that you microwave, don't go for that. We are not recommending that. Like it has a like 1200 to 2400 milligram of sodium, right? Those kind of bad stuff, and in addition to the preservatives they have, right? All these preservatives. This we are talking about just fresh one. As soon as you cut them, you freeze them, it keeps all this nutrient intact. It
right,
doesn't lose anything, and it doesn't have any preservatives. It doesn't add any we don't add any salt to it, nothing like that, right?
right.
It's still there, everything is still there. It'll be fresh when you take it out of the freezer. It's just for more convenience, and also saves money. So who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, exactly. And probably the only point that we haven't talked about is growing things in your own backyard, right? So
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We do that. Like we have all the vegetables that
I've
we
seen it.
can think
Yeah,
of, everything in our backyard. And it doesn't take too much. Like you just need like maybe 10, 20 parts. If you don't want to dig soil, right? Get like 10 or 20 parts. Get like 5 bags of potting mix from Lowe's or Home Depot, right? Nearby,
yeah.
just bring them and just plant them, right? Plant them, but only thing you need to water them and take care of them. It's like your evening time, just 5-10 minutes water them,
Yeah.
and just take care of them, and they give you some benefit yields,
And not on
right?
yeah, and not only it saves money, like you said, it's in your own backyard, and imagine the satisfaction, and you save money, save time, and the satisfaction as well. And this time, we are still under lockdown, certain parts of the world, and this is a great time to get started. Starting is the hardest part. Let's get started because you're home. Most of you, if you're home, it's easy because these days we are under lockdown.
Right, like a mint, right? Like we just put like couple of mints in long ago, few years ago. It's grown like a weed right now. And we didn't have to take care of that, and we made a lot of mint chutney. It's really great, and we
Nice.
s- we actually frozen everything. So when we need it, we have it now. It's like a seasonal item, right? You can grow something in the summer.
Right.
That's another thing. You can grow something in the summer. Like you might be wondering about ethnic food. Where do I get ethnic food? I'm from this country. I don't find that in the December time, but you can actually grow them in your backyard and just get them and put them in the freezer. You have it available all the time for you, right? It's
Boom, boom.
just right from your backyard. If you don't have a backyard, just do it in a pot, bigger pot,
Yeah,
and you can still do
absolutely.
it. And one last point, I think we missed that one. Like if you are looking for cheaper, more ethnic related item, just look for like Indian store or Asian stores, Chinese stores, or and then Latino stores. Those are the stores that are available
Right.
in your city, and they actually the price of the even the tomatoes, onions, and everything, the regular food items or grocery items are cheaper than other places you get it from.
And at the same time, most of those are like local growers. So you're not only you're saving money, and also you're helping the local growers too.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh, another option, like another thing that I think we should encourage, like you need to go to the farmers market. If
Farmers
there is
market.
one, like you probably don't have it every city, every town,
Yeah.
but most likely there is one nearby. If it's nearby, just go and buy it from them, and so you're kind of helping the local growers.
Because farmers market, because they're local growers, there's no additional cost involved for them to sell it. Like they might have their profit share, of course, but there are no intermediaries, right? So you can get it for cheap, but with good quality stuff.
Right, right, yeah. And if you find any coupons like coming to you online, just make use of them. And there is an app called iBota, IBOTTA. And if you buy some groceries, you get cash back on that. Just you have to scan the receipts. So make use of that. Like there are multiple additional ways to do it. These are like a major. If you just follow these, I don't know, 10 different ways that we talked about, you would be saving around $100 a month,
Easily. Yeah.
more than that sometimes. So
Very good. Very good. So get started, guys. Probably you only needed a reminder service. Use us as a reminder service, and I think we had a very good session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, like we always say.
right, yeah, this channel is about all about like saving money, making money, and investing money for you guys.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you're not subscribed, you're missing out a lot. So
Yeah.
just subscribe to our channel and come back and visit us.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching.